my chest, train my mind so I forget. Sing.
Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. So for today's video I'm going to be talking all about my tattoos, but not really like what they represent because I'm doing those in different videos, but I'm going to be talking about everything else encompassing my tattoos and we will get into that. But if I seem kind of spaced out in this video, it's because I just got off from my residency placement and they had a pep rally today, so I'm just like, so I wasn't going to film this video, but then I realized that my eye makeup was just too good not to put it on film. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to be talking all about my tattoo process, so let us begin. The first thing that I want to talk about is how I plan out my tattoos, and basically what I've done so far. I have 3, in case you didn't know that. Basically what I've done so far is when I have an idea, I'll go on Pinterest and just look for some inspiration about it, and then I take all of those pictures, like basically what I want to encompass the tattoo, like the different pictures or whatever, or even if like I use my own pictures, then I'll put them in collage. And then I have a pin board, which I'll have a screenshot of somewhere, that I have privated just so I can see it in its future tattoo ideas, and so that's where I put the pictures at, as well as where I want them on me. And that really just depends, like if I want the tattoo to be visible or not. Like, not really that if I would be proud of it, but if it's something that I want to see all the time, versus even though I would want to see it, it would look better in that certain place. So I kind of think about how I want the tattoo to look like, and then kind of research other tattoos. Like for example, with my thigh tattoo, which is Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh. I don't know why really I thought of putting on my thigh. I just thought that the placement would go there, and to be honest, I hate my thighs, so I like my left thigh now because it has my tattoo on it. But I researched thigh tattoos for women on Pinterest and came up with like some placement and sizing and stuff. So that's kind of how I planned them out. And then I kind of, I talk with it with my tattoo artist too. I try to, whenever I am scheduling an appointment and we talk about the size and stuff, I try to have that in my mind, so I give her a representation of the tattoo placement and the size already in a picture, if that makes sense. So that's kind of how I plan them out. And then since they're in the pin board, I can, like, if I think twice about a tattoo, I can delete it and change it. And with that being said, like any tattoo that I put on there, I think about. I don't just get it done. Like, it's not the next one that I'll get. Like this one, my one that has my mom's handwriting, I'd been wanting this for a long time, ever since I actually came across it on either Facebook or Pinterest. Someone else had something in their parents' handwriting, so I knew that if I ever did get a tattoo, I would want this one. So obviously this was the first one that I got, and then I went from there. Now Winnie the Pooh that I have on my thigh, and then my side of my calf, I have Hawkeye or Alan Alda from MASH. Both of those things are what I grew up watching. Winnie the Pooh, it was how me and my mom bonded. And so I think I may talk more about that in another video, I'm not sure, but I knew that I would always have an association with Winnie the Pooh, so I got that. Alan Alda and MASH, Hawkeye, all of that was a really big part of my life, so I knew that it was something that I would want to have. But if I have only liked something for a short amount of time and I want a tattoo of it right now, I put it in my pin board and I like think about it. I don't just go right out and get it. To be honest, that works for me because that way it seems like I won't really regret any of them. And plus I have to save up money for them, so that way I can be like, is it really something I want if I'm willing to, save the money for it. The next thing I want to talk about is if I regret any of my tattoos. I will have this video linked down below. I cannot remember who recorded it, but there was someone who is heavily tattooed and she said that she regrets some of her tattoos. And that's because she started really early and just wanted them either for the sake of having tattoos or because she hated parts of her body and wanted to cover them up, or she wanted it at the time. And I can completely understand that. This one I got last year, so I was 23, and I am really glad that I have waited so long, because from all of the things that I've had an interest in, if I would have gotten a tattoo on them I would have hated them. So I am really glad that I waited for my tattoos, and with that being said, I don't regret any of them that I have so far. I mean, this one, I'm always going to love my mom. I'm always going to want to have a piece of her, so. And then like I've said with the ones on my legs, it's something that has been a part of me for a long time. The Winnie the Pooh one, not that I regret it, but the only thing that hasn't really been with me for a long time is I have a quote, or like it's not a direct quote, but it's more along the lines of a quote from the movie Christopher Robin. It's where he's talking about that he's not the same person he used to be and that he's lost, and that was the point in the movie that I broke down and sobbed, because I related to that so much, because there for a while I had a period of 1 to 2 years that I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and I didn't know who I was as a person and just all of this stuff, so that really resonated with me. Now with that being said, am I lost right now? No. I know where I am, but that quote always resonated with me because that's part of my past and I overcame it. Some people might not think that that's a good idea to get a tattoo like that, but rather have a celebration of you overcoming it, which is fine, but it's just get what you want. I mean, think about it, but get what you want, this resonates with me and I love it, and it turned out amazing, so with that being said, I do not regret any of my tattoos because I have thought about them and planned them out, so that is definitely something. If you want to start getting tattoos, really think about them. Why I started getting them. Well, originally this one on my arm was going to be the only tattoo that I got because my family is extremely religious. They don't really like tattoos, even though my mom has come around to them and she said, I like them on you, but this was going to be the only one, and I had to not beg her, because ultimately it's my decision, but I don't want her to be mad or disappointed in anything that I do. So I was like, I want to get it because of you. And so originally this was going to be the only tattoo that I got. And then the more that I started watching tattoo videos to prepare for this one, I realized, I was like, I want more. They look cool. I like having, what I'm interested in, and it's actually opened up conversations with people. I'm a very shy person. I do not like small talk. So this, in a way, lets people know my interests so they can point out my tattoo and be like, hey, what's that? And we can talk about it. I think it's so funny that a lot of people, a lot of tattoo people, will say, I hate talking about my tattoos. I don't. I love it. I want people to come up to me and ask me about my tattoos, because you can get me talking on that, because I love them so much, and I want to spread the word about my tattoo artist. She's amazing. Her studio is amazing. That's all I have to say about that. And the last question that I have that I want to talk about is, do I want more? Yes. I have a lot of tattoos on my, well, not a whole lot, but I do have more tattoos that I want to get. I want one hopefully nothing goes wrong in October, I'm going to get my 2 kitty cats on the arm here. I want to get something from The Office, something with Sailor Mercury, because I relate to her so much. And, you know, I'm playing around with some other ones. But on this arm, since I'm going to be like a history / government teacher, I don't want to do like a full-on sleeve to where everything is crammed in, but I want to put a bunch of different history people, or like people from history, on this arm in different ways. So yeah, that is what I have planned. There is one thing that I want to talk about, kind of like in a sub-category in this, is one artist versus multiple. Some video Inked magazine had about tattoo collectors, and one of them made like a snide remark about like, you don't really like tattoos if you only go to the same person, or like you're not a collector if you only go to the same person, or something like that, that you're more of a collector if you go to different people and get their artwork. I disagree with that. I mean, yes, you would be a tattoo collector in the sense of you've collected different people's artwork and have different styles on you, but the only reason why I'm going to the same person is because, one, I know her studio is clean. They have had a 100 health rating for the past 2 years, and I've seen how they cleaned their stations before, so I know that they're super clean, and I'm not really going to have to worry about getting any kind of infection or anything. So there's that. And also, I trust her. Like, she's done all of my tattoos. I honestly could not go to a male tattoo artist. I don't know why. That would just weird me out. I don't know why. I would just feel uncomfortable with that. So I'm really comfortable with her. I like her style. We jive well. You know, so I want to keep going to her and supporting her so her studio and everything can grow. But, I mean, in a way, if you have more than one tattoo, you are a tattoo collector. You don't have to have, like, different styles on your body or anything. Like, I just disagree with saying, like, oh, you're not a true collector if you only go to the same person. Or, like, if you just give the tattoo artist what you want instead of letting them do something with you. All of my tattoos mean something to me. Now, you know, like, a lot of times when I share something with my tattoo artist, I'm like, this is what I want in it, and then you can do it your own way. Like, I don't just say, here it is, this is what I want. You know, which, I mean, is fine too if you want that, like if it's a picture or something, but I don't understand why everybody gets so uptight about you going to a tattoo artist and being like, this is what I want. Like, you're paying them to put something on your body that you want. Now, straight up copying, no, that's not a good thing. We don't want to do that. But, you know, like, just taking a picture of a loved one or like a painting or something and being like, I want this. You know, some people kind of frown upon that, and it's like, you don't really like tattoos, you just want pictures on your body. I mean, some people just get so uptight about what tattoos are supposed to be. If people want a tattoo just because they think it looks cool, sure, why not? Go for it. As long as it, you know, if you've thought about it and, you know, you're happy with it, and, you know, if you can't get a job or anything, you're prepared to face the consequences, sure, why not? If you've really planned it out and it's something that's special to you and you want it, sure, get it. Like, can we just stop with having to do one specific thing, or to fit some kind of mold to be that? Does that make sense? I hope it does. But that is basically all that I've wanted to talk about with my tattoos. When I get my next one, I'll definitely do a tattoo video about it. I'm also in the process of doing a review on a tattoo kit that Ulta sells, and I'm just waiting to actually get my new tattoo before I put the next portion of it in the video and get it uploaded. And I have a bunch of different other videos planned, so I hope that you will stick around and watch those, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.
All that's left is a window to my soul. Come and get it.